Hello everybody, this is Gamer Gar. Welcome back to another Stardew Valley episode on the Riverlands farm. It's Robin's birthday today, but I couldn't give her the gift because she was inside the structure making the fish pond, so that was unfortunate. I also checked out the Raccoons today. He finally found himself a wife, but he wanted to get some dried pomegranates. Now I didn't have any of those fruit trees on the farm, so it's something we're going to have to buy off Pierre later and play the long game. I paid 1000 gold, got myself a movie ticket. I really wanted to use the crane game, but somebody was already playing it, so I had to wait. I did see Mysterium, and then it was off to Ginger Island, and we finally managed to get the last piece of ginger we needed to complete the island ingredients quest for Caroline. I have the rest inside the chest, I just have to ship them off. Caroline will reward us with nice solar panels for that. I got the foliage print today. I decided to spend today just to get some secret decorative items to increase my luck when it comes to getting this extended family quest the next day. I also picked up the squirrel figurine today as well, and these are all one-off items. I don't think you can get multiples of many of these items. I even went up into the volcano area and I managed to fish out the Psychics 101, which is another really cool painting. After this, we took a nice stroll down to Willie's house, went into the back room where the ship is, and we pulled up the Lifesaver, which is another unique piece of decoration that you can put up in your house. Now, if we're not going to get the extended family quest tomorrow, there's very little reason to call this a Fisherman Challenge, because everything we've done has been building up to this point, and we finally did it. The quest finally unlocked extended family, and everything we've done so far has been in preparation for this quest, trying to get mastery, getting the advanced iridium rod. It's all for this quest. We're going to exploit the absolute shenanigans out of this quest. So the exploit works where you can pull up the same fish over and over again as long as you don't pull up all 5 legendary fish. The most profitable fish by far is the Legend 2. I mean, it's on a totally different scale to the rest of the fish. So the tactic is that we're basically going to fish up as many Legend 2s over the next 3 days. We are going to put a good few into the bait maker to get lots of Legend 2 baits. We do have the preserving enchant on our rod, so there's a 50% chance the bait won't get used when we pull up a Legend 2, and we're really counting on that enchant to work. We're also using some pretty cool tackles. We're using a curiosity lure, picked up a few from mummies inside Skull Caverns. This increases the rate in which you catch rare fish. That's a game changer, and we're using the trap bobber. Eventually, we can swap out the trap bobber with the likes of a quality lure, so we can get iridium quality Legend 2s. For now, it's just gold star quality Legend 2s. Now we end up getting absolute mountains upon mountains of Legend 2s over the next few days, and as you can see, all these Legend 2s aren't going to be smoked right now because I'm not too sure how many fish ponds I have on the farm. So we're going to go to this location for the next 3 days. We're going to take our buff food. We do have key seasoned gold star dish of the seas, so we get +4 to fishing. It makes our fishing bar bigger. It makes it way easier to pull up these wicked difficult fish. It's a very hard fish to pull up, but when you have max fishing skills and when you have the +4 and you have the trap bobber, it's much more manageable. So the 3 days went by very quickly. I ended up with well over 55 of these Legend 2s. I mean, look at all these Legend 2s. We're going to put some in the fish ponds. Once all the fish ponds are filled up, we're going to smoke the rest, and you're just going to see why this quest is just so broken. And fingers crossed, Eric Broad will never nerf this beautiful quest, because it really puts fishing into a whole different level. And when it comes to explosive growth in terms of money, you can't beat that quest. It is probably the best mechanic in the game to get huge amounts of money in very quick succession. Even if you planted a whole field where the crops, you put them into kegs, you're still waiting a long time to see huge profits. But once this quest activates, you can literally just go to the lake area, start fishing up Legend 2s, and you're making millions of gold. Now we have a lot of fish ponds on the farm, so we are going to get lots of Legend 2 roe every single day, but it gets better. If we can obtain another mastery level, we can try to get those lovely gold animal crackers, and that will dramatically increase the output of Legend 2 roe per day. So I made a lot more fish smokers. We're now going to go and get farming mastery. The Statue of Blessings is quite useful as well, because that can actually give fishing perks also. It can make the first few fish you catch in a day much easier. The iridium scythe might come in handy later, but we're kind of finished farming, but still it's nice to have it. So we are going to smoke Legend 2s every time we walk past the farm. We're now going to go to Robin. We're going to purchase more stone to make even more fish ponds. As long as there's space on our farm, we're going to be putting fish ponds on it. Nothing else is really going to go on the Riverlands farm. Now, what we're really aiming for in the next few weeks is to get the extended family quest again, because this is where the huge money is going to take place. Sure, you might make 100,000 to 200,000 from lava eels in one day, but you can make millions from Legend 2. The difference is just huge. We're going to take a look at the community quest board. We'll take a curious substance for now. It does unlock those mini warp obelisks. We may take that quest on if we have time. It is Thursday, so we'll see how we're doing. We're getting more smoked Legend 2s today. Now, we did use up quite a lot of tackles, so we're going to smelt up some copper ores into copper bars to make some more trap bobbers, and we can also smelt up some gold ores into gold bars, and we can make treasure hunter tackles and other bits and bobs. We're also going to make some cork bobbers as well, because there's a really cool combination where if you have 2 cork bobbers, it makes the fishing bar way bigger, and if you use challenge bait, if you get a perfect catch, you put up 3 fish instead of 1. Now, let's be realistic. It's almost impossible to get a perfect catch with Legend 2, but we're going to be using those cork boggers for other things in the near future. So we're now smelting up iridium bars, now they put to great use as well. At the end of the 3 days of fishing, we made 1.6 million gold. Now that, my friends, is the power of fishing in Stardew Valley. This is where fishing ranks supreme amongst the professions. You can't make that kind of money in such a short span of time with any other profession. Even if you had a whole field filled up to the top with starfruit, you have to wait a good few days for that to grow, and you have to wait even longer to put it into cakes. So fishing really is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. The next day, we managed to get some Legend 2 rows, which was really nice. Now, each one of these rows gives a lot of money, and because we have the artisan perk, we're going to get even more. Now, eventually, we will go to the Statue of Uncertainty and swap those perks out to focus on gold and treasure chests, to get golden element crackers and other bits and bobs. But for now, we're going to keep selling the road and making lots of money. We're going to pick up the rare seed and the coffee bean too from the shopping cart. We're going to go to Pierre and we're going to purchase one of every single sapling that he has. Reason being, I just want to make sure that we've most of the areas covered when it comes to doing those raccoon side quests. They're worth doing, because if you do enough, you will unlock the raccoon's full shop inventory, and you can trade in some things to get back some serious stuff from that raccoon, including magic rock candies. We just picked up a star drop tea there. Now, I'm not too sure as of yet if we'll bother getting married in this challenge, but we'll see. We'll see how the next couple of weeks go. I also got a void egg from Probus because we want to get access to the wizard's magical terminal. We're going to make a mayonnaise machine. We're going to put the void egg in the machine to get back a void mayonnaise. Now, once this machine is finished, we can head on up to Witch's Swamp, when we can get the magical wizard ink. But first, let's give the void mayonnaise to the henchman. He's going to give us access to the witch's house. Inside, we have the magical ink. There's also some statues inside here too that we don't really use, but each statue does serve a function that we won't actually be utilising in this challenge. We do have all of the resources required to get the island obelisk. I was thinking about getting the desert one, but you know what? I find that we're going to Ginger Island a lot more, so I'm going to spend the 1 million gold, the iridium bars, and the other bits and bobs to get that obelisk on the farm. We can now go to and from Ginger Island as we please, which is really nice. Another day, another Legend 2 row. We're going to make so much money from these. I wanted to go to the source today to respec my fishing skill, but because the Halloween event is on tonight, I couldn't go that way. But not to worry, there is another way we can get to the source, and that is by going through this lovely pipe. If Mario was here, he'd be so proud of us. We're now going to speak to the Statue of Uncertainty. We're going to pay 10,000 gold, and we are going to respec the fishing skill. And we're going to respec this in a way where fishing chests will become a lot more common. It's also worth checking out the Mushroom Cave every couple of days. We do go in here religiously, just so you know, to get that free forage and XP. Going to go to the Halloween event. Because we have so much money, it's no harm getting the rare crow and the recipe for the jack-o'-lantern. We're then going to pick up the golden pumpkin inside this chest. And what I really love about this event now is you can get the minecart to go back to the start. Before 1.6 that wasn't there, and it was such a drag to have to go back to the maze again. We may need to make more preserve bins, and I might just make the house bigger and put all the preserve bins in the house, just to free up some space on the farm. So level 10 fishing, we're now going to take Pirate, chance to find treasure doubled. But we are going to do some pretty cool combos here. We're going to get the treasure hunter tackles. This will increase the chance of treasure chests popping up for us. We are also going to make a new bait called the magnet bait using iron bars. Now it decreases the fishing bite rate But if we use the dressed spinner tackle, because we can use 2 tackles at once, that will even it out. So we're going to use the treasure hunter, the magnet, and the dressed spinner to get tons upon tons of fishing treasure chests. And hopefully, a lot of those will be gold, not regular, so we can get gold animal crackers, star drop teas, pearls, and things like that. In our first golden chest, we picked up some challenge bait. I mean, it's nice to get that, and we will be using that in winter for some of the cool events that are going to happen, including the Squid Fest. Even in the regular chests, you can get some good stuff, but the things you get in the golden fishing treasure chests are just a whole tier above the rest. Now we're going to go to Rob and get another fish pond. Now, this is actually our last few pieces of seaweed. We have finally run out. Now, seaweed is very common down in the beach area, so we are going to do the majority of fishing down here today to get as much seaweed as possible, so we can continue to get Robin to put fish ponds on the farm. You can't buy seaweed, unfortunately. You can get fish ponds to give you seaweed if you put specific things in there, but it's not a guarantee. In my opinion, the easiest way to get seaweed is just come down here to the beach and just fish it. It's very common. We just got our very first golden animal cracker. We are going to put this beautiful cracker into a fish pond, specifically the legend fish pond, to double the odds of us getting legend roe. And for the rest of the day, it's as per usual, fishing. And we are going to put up as much fish as possible, and we're going to sell the fish. We're not really going to smoke them, even though I have lots of coal. I prefer to smoke either lava eels at this stage now, or I can smoke up more legend 2s. Now today is Sunday. Let's cross our fingers and hope for the extended family quest again tomorrow. If we got it tomorrow, it would absolutely break this run. Could you imagine the money that we'd get? We'd probably get another, I'd say, 1 million, 1.5, maybe even more. We could get more warp obelisks put on the farm. We could even aim for the golden clock. Now, chances are we're not going to get that because there's only 4 weeks left in the challenge. But imagine if we got the gold clock by the end of the first year. Wouldn't that be absolutely amazing? Is it possible? Let's find out. So thanks everyone for watching this series up to now. I do really appreciate you. Huge shout out to my channel members. We've made 3 million goals so far. That has been primarily from selling fish and fish products. So it's a nice figure, but we can do way better. So let's wait and see how we get on now in the next few weeks, and let's make the most out of winter. I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you very soon in the next Stardew Valley challenge.